I am Deepika, and today we will discuss about TPP coenzyme, that is thiamine pyrophosphate. Earlier we have studied about nicotinamide coenzymes and flavin coenzymes. So we will start with thiamine pyrophosphate. This coenzyme is derived from vitamin B1. That's name is thiamine. So we can call vitamin B1 as a precursor of TPP. Precursor means from which we can derive some compound. That starting point is known as precursor. So vitamin B1 is a precursor for TPP. Clear? And it is actually nature's acyl anion equivalent. Just like nicotinamide and flavin coenzymes, those are nature's oxidizing as well as reducing agents. Similarly, TPP coenzyme is nature's acyl anion equivalent. And here is acyl anion. This is actually acyl part CH3 C double bond O, and this is negative part acyl anion part. So TPP is actually equivalent to this part. Clear? And this coenzyme is mainly responsible for the aldehyde group transfer, and this is the structure of thiamine. This is pyrimidine ring, this is thiazolidine ring, and this is ethanol moiety. Thiazolidine ring and pyrimidine moiety are combined by this moiety. This is methylene moiety. Both are combined by the help of methylene group. And this is thiamine, and it should not be confused with thymine. Thymine is a nitrogenous base present in DNA. Thymine and thiamine both are separate terms. Thiamine is a coenzyme while thymine is a nucleo nitrogenous base in DNA. Next is source of vitamin B1. What are the sources? Usually these are found in yeast extract, cereal grains, pork or potatoes. But the whole cereal grains are more rich in vitamin B1. Just like that when we refine the grains, then their outermost layer and the germ layer get removed, which contains maximum amount of vitamin B1. So it's better to take whole cereal grains for the enrichment of more vitamins. Clear? And the bacteria and lower organisms like fungi and yeast, they can synthesize their own vitamin B1, but we higher organisms like human beings or some animals, they cannot synthesize vitamin B1 inside their body. So we need it from the diet, and daily need for vitamin B1 in our body is 1.5 mg. Then deficiency diseases caused by vitamin B1 is mainly beriberi, which is actually muscular weakness. And then due to this vitamin B1 deficiency, loss of weight occurs and lack of coordination also persists. And why lack of coordination? Because vitamin B1 deficiency affects the central nervous system. Central nervous system mainly comprises of brain and spinal cord, which is responsible for this coordination. But as vitamin B1 deficiency affects the central nervous system, so lack of coordination also persists. And this also affects cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system is actually heart, blood circulatory system. And then in extreme cases, vitamin B1 deficiency causes paralysis, but this persists in extreme cases. Then the structure of TPP. What is the structure? As I have already mentioned, that this is thiazolidine moiety, which is substituted with this ethanolic part. This is methyl, and this is pyrimidine part, which is also again substituted with amino group and methyl group. But both this pyrimidine moiety and thiazolidine ring are combined through this methylene group, methylene CH2 group. Clear? And this ethanolic part reacts with this pyrophosphate and then becomes pyrophosphate linkage. CH2CH2OH, OH of ethanol combines with pyrophosphate, and then removal of water takes place, and then this pyrophosphate attached with this ethanolic part. So the structure contains pyrimidine nucleus, binds to thiazolidine ring via methylene moiety. Clear? A pyrophosphate chain attached to ethyl alcohol also binds to thiazolidine ring. This is pyrophosphate chain binds with ethanol, binds to thiazolidine ring, which is bind to pyrimidine moiety by the help of this methylene moiety. So the structure is clear now. Next, this hydrogen shown in the thiazolidine ring. This is the hydrogen of thiazolidine ring. This is quite acidic in nature. And when this hydrogen is removed, then here forms a carbanion. Carbanion gets easily stabilized. As it is easily stabilized, so the reaction goes in forward direction. That means this hydrogen can be easily lost. Clear? Why this hydrogen is easily lost? Because after the loss of this hydrogen, there becomes a carbanion which gets stabilized. And how this carbanion gets stabilized? Just because of this neighboring sulfur. What sulfur does to this carbanion? Vacant d orbital of sulfur, vacant d orbitals of sulfur sidewise overlaps with this carbanion, and so stabilization of carbanion occurs. Clear? And that's why this hydrogen is acidic in nature and can be easily removed with any weak base. Is it clear? And next point is that here in this structure we have seen that carbon carries negative charge while it is attached to nitrogen and that carries positive charge. So here we have seen that nitrogen being more electronegative carries positive charge, while carbon being less electronegative than nitrogen carries negative charge. So negative charge on less electronegative atom while positive charge on more electronegative atom. This combinedly forms a structure known as yelid. Yelid of more electronegative atom. Yelid of more electronegative atom. And here more electronegative atom is nitrogen. So this part is known as nitrogen yelid. This is nitrogen yelid, as I have mentioned also. So this is the explanation for this. The hydrogen shown in thiazolidine ring is acidic and can be removed easily by using weak base present in the enzyme. This forms a nitrogen yelide, or you can say ammonium yelide. Why ammonium? Because here nitrogen carries 4 bonds with one positive charge. So known as ammonium yelide. The so formed carbanion is easily stabilized by vacant d orbital of sulfur. This carbon, clear? Vacant d orbital of sulfur stabilizes this carbanion. And because this is a negative charge carbon, so this carbanion can act as a nucleophile also, and it's a very good nucleophile which can easily attack on some positive species. That means electrophile. Next is mechanism of pyruvate decarboxylase. As the name suggests, pyruvate here is substrate and the reaction mainly occurs here is decarboxylation. That means removal of carbon dioxide. From what? From pyruvic acid. So in this reaction we have studied that we will study that removal of carbon dioxide takes place from pyruvic acid, and then as some acetaldehyde molecule is formed. Clear? And at the end TPP yelid is regenerated again. So here is the explanation. Pyruvate decarboxylase is an enzyme that requires TPP for its enzymatic activity. It is apoenzyme part, proteinase part, which requires some non-proteinase part for its activity, and that non-proteinase part is TPP for pyruvate decarboxylase. And this enzyme catalyzes decarboxylation of pyruvate ion and transfers the acyl group. Clear? Acyl group got transferred from pyruvic acid. Substrate for this enzyme is pyruvic acid. As I have told earlier that pyruvic acid is its substrate from which carbon dioxide is removed. Clear? So here is the reaction. Reaction is like that. Negative part attacks on this. This is actually pyruvic acid. This is pyruvic acid, Pa, pyruvic acid. So this negative attacks on this carbonyl carbon like this, and then this bond shifts on oxygen, which becomes negative, but this accepts, but this negative oxygen part accepts H positive from amino acid residue part of enzyme, that is pyruvate decarboxylase. This is pyruvate decarboxylase amino acid residue, which loses H positive, and this O negative accepts this H positive. So what will become? This carbon attached to this carbon, and this oxygen becomes OH, and this double bond becomes single. So this is the next structure, carbon, then OH, and this methyl group, and this carbon combines with this carbon like this. Clear? And here nitrogen still carries positive part, so now it is the time to stabilize this positive charge of nitrogen. So this, how this can be stabilized? Just by gaining of electron. So from where electron comes to stabilize this nitrogen? Clear? What will happen? This negative charge comes here, then this comes here, and then this bond comes on this. So what will happen? This negative charge comes here, and then this bond will removed. So what will happen? Actually CO2 is formed. So CO2 is lost during this step. Clear? And this bond shifts here, so here becomes double bond formation, and this double bond breaks to form single bond. Clear? So this is the reaction, CO2 lost, and this will formed like this, COH. Now this CO2 is removed here, and this bond shifts here, so C double bond C, and this is nitrogen. And this double bond is actually highly electron rich. Why this double bond is highly electron rich? Because this double bond is flanked by, surrounded by three electron rich atoms, that is nitrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. All of these can donate electron like this. This can be donated. This lone pair can also be donated like this. Similarly, this lone pair can also be donated. Then this bond will become here. I will show step by step. First of all, there are lone pairs on sulfur. This can shift here, then this bond will shift here. So this bond will become electron rich by accepting electron from sulfur lone pair. Then similarly this nitrogen can donate, and similarly this oxygen lone pair can be donated. So oxygen, nitrogen, and sulfur, all of the three atoms are responsible for this bond's electron enrichment. Clear? What will happen after forming this? This is actually enamine part. This is ene part, and this is amine part. So complete, this is enamine part. Just like enol, ene and ol. So this is ene and amine part, enamine part. Clear? So next, what will happen next? Next is the reaction that nitrogen's lone pair will come here, then this bond shifts here. What will happen? This carbon becomes negative like this. Clear? And rest structure has no change in it. Then this negative part accepts H positive from enzyme residue, enzyme amino acid residue, and this becomes CH. So after accepting hydrogen, this carbon becomes CH. Then base part of amino acid residue of enzyme pyruvate decarboxylase attacks on this hydrogen and becomes BH. Then this bond between O and H shifts between oxygen and carbon. So this bond between carbon-carbon gets shifted to carbon, and hence TPP-ELID is formed, and this molecule becomes acetaldehyde, CH3C double bond OH. So this acetaldehyde part comes from pyruvic acid. Clear? So in this reaction, pyruvic acid is changed to acetaldehyde by loss of carbon dioxide. Clear? So these are the important points of pyruvate decarboxylase enzyme reaction. During this reaction, first step is that carbon ion of TPP halide attacks on carbonyl carbon of pyruvate. And in second step, carbonyl group of pyruvate, second important point is that during this reaction, carbonyl group of pyruvate is found to be highly electrophilic. Why this is highly electrophilic? As the carbon, as the carbonyl carbon, this is the carbon C double bond O, C O O negative. This is carbonyl carbon and this is methyl. So this is pyruvic acid. This carbon is highly electrophilic. That means carries positive charge because of electronegativity difference, and then this positive charge is further increased due to presence of this electron withdrawing group. Clear? So means that the carbonyl group of pyruvate is highly electrophilic as it is flanked by electron withdrawing group. As a result, on decarboxylation, this forms enamine, and the enamine double bond is highly electron rich because of presence of nearby nitrogen, sulfur and OH. Clear? And last is carbon ion so formed attacks on acid and finally releases acetaldehyde and TPP halide. Clear? So one major important part in this reaction is during the reaction we have found that when enamine resonates, this is the reaction actually. This is the reaction. During this reaction, enamine during resonance forms C negative, OH and Me. We will study this part. This part MECOH negative. Clear? So we are discussing this. This part is actually acyl anion. C negative, OH, CH3 and H. What is this? This is acyl anion. Being carbon being attached to more electronegative atom like oxygen should carry positive charge. Clear? As there is electronegativity difference between carbon and oxygen, so carbon should carry positive charge like this. Carbon when attached to oxygen, positive charge. So this is natural polarity. It is called as natural polarity. But what will happen in TPP? Carbon attached to more electronegative atom, still carbon carries negative charge. This is acyl anion and this is against the polarity difference. This is opposite of normal polarity. Natural polarity के against है ये चीज, and this is known as reversal of polarity, and this phenomena is known as unpolang. Clear? What is this phenomena? This phenomena is known as unpolang, that is a reversal of polarity. So TPP is nature's unpolang reagent. That means if we want to reverse the polarity, then we use TPP in nature. Clear? Here you might be confused between halide also. In halide, there is negative charge on less electronegative atom, but there is positive charge on more electronegative atom. But here, no positive charge on more electronegative atom. So it is not halide, but this is reversal of polarity. Clear? And next example, we studied that enamine formed during TPP reaction with pyruvic acid can attack on lipoic acid also. Lipoic acid, we already studied some of its reactions in flavin coenzymes. Clear? So enamine attack on lipoic acid. This is the reaction. This is lipoic acid. This is lipoic acid. Clear? So this is enamine. How this enamine formed? This enamine is formed by the reaction between TPP and pyruvic acid. This enamine nitrogen lone pair attacks on this, comes on this carbon, then this double bond attacks on sulfur of lipoic acid. As a result, this bond accepts proton from amino acid residue part of enzyme, that is pyruvate decarboxylase. Clear? So what will happen? This sulfur-sulfur bond breaks and this carbon-carbon double bond becomes single and this nitrogen becomes positive charge. Clear? So this is the reaction. Nitrogen carries positive charge. Here appears double bond. Then this double bond becomes single and carbon OH remains as it is. This carbon attached to sulfur. So carbon attached to sulfur. This ring also breaks now. Carbon attaches to this sulfur. So sulfur, then carbon, then SH and so on. Long chain of lipoic acid. Clear? So again base part of amino acid residue of enzyme accepts this proton from OH. Due to this bond breaks, shifts here. This is not actually, and this shifts here on carbon. So TPP yelid is regenerated, TPP yelid, and MEC double bond OS. This long chain, this compound is formed. Clear? So now coenzyme A. This is coenzyme A. Lone pair of sulfur attacks on this carbonyl part and this bond also attacks on sulfur. This bond removes. Clear? So carbon sulfur bond is now breaks and formed dihydrolipoate. Clear? This forms dihydrolipoate. Clear? Coenzyme attacks on this carbon. So what will happen? This sulfur attaches to this carbon of carbonyl moiety. This is actually acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A and this is dihydrolipoate. And we have studied that dihydrolipoate with FAD changes to lipoic acid and FADH2 can changes again to FAD by NAD positive. Clear? So during this reaction we can generate dihydrolipoate, lipoic acid, coenzyme A. Sorry, we can't generate coenzyme A, but we can generate this lipoic acid and FAD again. Clear? FAD changes to FADH2 during conversion of dihydrolipoate to lipoic acid. And how FADH2 changes again to FAD? By NAD positive. NAD positive accepts hydrogen from FADH2 and changes to NADH and H positive. As a result, FADH2 changes to FAD molecule. Clear? So during this reaction, 5 coenzymes are used. TPP coenzyme is used while enamine formation. Then lipoic acid is used. Then coenzyme A is used. Then FAD is used. And then NAD positive is used. Clear? So pyruvate decarboxylase is not a single enzyme, but actually it is a system. Pyruvate decarboxylase system. Clear? And this requires 5 different coenzymes that are TPP, lipoate or lipoic acid, coenzyme A, FAD and NAD positive. Clear? So what are we doing with this reaction? By this reaction, pyruvate is changed into acetyl coenzyme A. Clear? And there are a lot of reactions which are going out inside our body, which requires TPP as a coenzyme for their smooth functioning. Clear? Many enzymes require TPP coenzyme for their help, like metabolism of sugars and amino acids, and pyruvic acid or keto acids can change to aldehyde by use of TPP. We can also change pyruvic acid to alpha hydroxyketone or alpha acetolactate. Clear? And we will see all these reactions in further lectures. Thank you.